domain. A Nemo got you blown away. Got the waifu in the kitchen, cooking with my old flame. Hotter than a pyro, dripping like it's hydro. Icier than cryo. I'm Geo when it's time to go.
Yo, what is going on, Demon Clan? It is your boy Demon King Reacts, and I'm back today with another video for all of you guys. Today we're going to be reacting to House Sitting Stories animated by Llama Arts, and it is narrated by Mr. Nightmare. So if you guys like videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing to join the Demon Clan. And my goal for this month is to upload not every day, but the days that I'm off, I will upload horror or spooky related content. So if you guys like that idea, drop them in the comments and let's see what this story is talking about. House Sitting Stories.
A couple weeks ago, my dad came home and pitched me a small job offer. One of his coworkers was going away for a few days and needed somebody he could trust to watch over his house. The reason my dad pitched this to me was because the man's house has a big CCTV system, basically a camera in every room, and then an operating desk where all screens could be watched on a big monitor. And I'm a computer science major, so my dad just always assumed that I know how to work anything technological. The man told my dad that he'd pay me $200 for the 2 days just to watch the house.
$200 for 2 days? That's a bargain, and I do like the animation. I like how Llama Art drew everything and how everything looks, and especially the hair. This is really good. But yeah, $200 for 2 days is a steal. Bro must got money to throw away.
Whatever that meant. My dad drove me to the house and introduced me to the man, whose name doesn't matter. The man made it seem like he preferred I stay in the upstairs room with the monitors as opposed to roaming the house all day. That was fine with me though. So when I wasn't eating, I was mostly just sitting in that room with the TV on in the background, and doing schoolwork on my laptop. Ironically, the thing I was doing the least was keeping an eye on the monitors. Night came.
Okay, so this person's dad came to them, pitched them a gig, took them to this house, watching it for somebody who's going on a business trip for $200, doing schoolwork in the upstairs room, whenever he's not looking at the cameras. This is very, very similar to Fears to Fathom Episode 3 Carson House. If you guys have watched that, then you would understand. This is like verbatim this story. If this dude has a crazy ex or something that shows up, bro, somebody got some explaining to do.
I started wondering where in the house I should sleep, since surprisingly we hadn't discussed that. So I sat back down at the desk and looked at all the different rooms on the screens to see which rooms had beds or couches. I noticed something I wasn't expecting to notice though. The back screen door was open downstairs.
And that's exactly how Kara got in. If you don't know who Kara is, so basically, in a Fears of Fathom story, the boy was named Noah, and he had recently dumped his ex-girlfriend named Kara, and she ended up pulling up to his house, or to the guy's house. And how she got in through the story is she came in through the back door. It was open. So this is this is crazy. Oh, somebody
Didn't remember it being open. I looked through each and every camera screen in a panic. In the living room, a closet door was open. This one I knew wasn't open earlier. I texted my dad to call the man and ask him if he came back home. Meanwhile, I continued watching the screen. On the grainy, dark image, a tall person who resembled only a black shadow on the screen stepped out from the closet. I pulled my arms off the desk as I covered my mouth with my hands in shock. As I did this, however, my left elbow pulled some heavy object from the desk onto the floor, creating a big thud. The person in the image very clearly moved their head up to the ceiling as a response to the noise. They went for the stairs, walking up very...
Bro, it's Fears to Fathom verbatim. It's 1 for 1. And this video is 8 years old. So whoever submitted that story to Rail copied this story from this video or from Mr. Nightmare.
very, very slowly, step by step. Meanwhile...
Or it could be the same person. Do you know what are the chances of you getting picked 8 years into the future by somebody, a creator who was making tragic incidents into a video game? Not only does your video get picked up by Mr. Nightmare, then gets animated by Llama Arts, then 8 years later into the future, or 9 years, and gets picked up by Rail and gets turned into what we know as Fierce of Fathom today. That's insane luck. Whoever got that type of luck need to slide that to me.
While I got a text back from my dad saying, "No, he's not. I just spoke to him half an hour ago. Why?" I got so caught up in my phone texting my dad to send help that I didn't even pay attention to the monitor. There was a knock at the door. I looked at it and then the screens. The first screen I laid my eyes on was the one showing the person outside the door to the room I was in. And I remembered that door had no lock. The only thing I could think to do was jump out the window into the bushes below. I ran halfway down the block and then stopped when my dad called me. I had him call his friend and ask him if he was expecting somebody in the house. The man said he had no relatives or friends who had his key or would ever let themselves into his home. So he called the cops and had them review the footage. I got to watch all of it, and it showed everything. From the moment the intruder broke the glass to the backyard door, to the moment I jumped out the window and him running away shortly after. The intruder was never found. The footage was just too dark to identify his face.
Okay, the only difference is that they caught the ex-girlfriend and she went to jail. But this was House Living Horror Stories by Llama Arts, narrated by Mr. Nightmare. This will be the first video of many if you guys like this little series I'm going to do for the month of October. So like I said, if you guys want to see more, please like and subscribe, comment even. If you guys know anything spooky, scary, gosh, I'm starting to sound like Corey. Link it or comment it down below and I'll get into that. So thank you guys for watching. Deuces.